Hello students, now we are going to begin with chapter number 1, A Letter to God, written by J.L. Fittes. Now we have studied already two poems, small poem which is the part of unit 1. Now we are going to study chapter number 1. Now before starting the chapter, let us see the background. Now the chapter is a story of a Lancho, a small farmer, and this farmer is dependent on rain. And what happens that with due to some reason his crop is destroyed, so he is very unhappy due to this. So he writes a letter to God demanding 100 pesos. He has a lot of trust in God, so he thinks that God is going to help him. Now this is the background. You are going to find out that does Lancho's letter reaches to God? Does God send him money? Okay. Now before starting this, you are going to have a small, very interesting thing. One interesting activity is given to you. That is, you are going to go to the post office and see what money order looks, and you can send a money order also. Now what it exactly means, see, now we have entered all in a digital era, and in this digital era we never use money order. But years back, order was the only way to send money to the people living far away in the village or somewhere else. So how this money order works, I will further show you that money order piece also. Now this is a form of money order. It costs 50 paisa to 1 rupee only. Now here the Department of Post has given this thing. You are going to say to whom you are going to pay, the sender's address. The middle part is for the office, that is the post office. They are going to sign the witness and something like that. And after that, the who has sender, the sender's name and address. And see, you can see the last part, received rupees, date, signature of pay. This means this part is going to this to address, that is to whom you are going to send. This is part is for the officers, and after that, and this is for the sender who has sent. And in the last, this receipt will be sent by again by the post, that the person to whom you have sent the money have received. The whole process takes to 5 to 6 days minimum. So this was one way where people used to send money to the far away people, okay, to their friends or whatever, relatives or something like that. So if you want to have further, if you are curious to know about it, you can go to your nearby post office and ask for the money order form, or others you can ask your parents also. They will tell you about this money order system. See, now you are all in a digital world, okay. So if you want to send money, we send it in a second, that is on the mobile app or many other app, internet, through internet or something. But before that, this type of things were very hard. Now further we are going to move with our chapter, uh, this letter to a God. Now here is the introduction part. Now see, the house, the only one in the entire valley. So Lancho's house was the only one house in the whole entire valley. Now crest, that means the top of hill. So his house is on the top of hill, and where you can see the rivers and the field, and the field has a ripe corn, okay, and with the flowers. Now see, what is the reaction or what is the action of Lancho? Lancho, who knew his field intimately, had done nothing else but see the sky towards the northeast. Now he is expecting a raindrop, or we can say a rain. Okay. Now the his whole crop is ready. Only one shower is needed. Okay. So he is waiting for this. and he is talking to a woman. Woman here means his wife. Now what he says, now we really going to get some water. Why? Because the whole atmosphere seems that the rain is going to come soon. Now what the woman, she is preparing supper, okay, and what he says, the older boys, that means his sons, they were working and the smaller ones they were playing in the house, and the her wife is calling them for the dinner. Okay, the meal was ready. Now the rain has is approaching, and there is a very this Lancho is having very pleasure of he is very happy that the rain is coming. Okay, now what he does, he compares the big raindrop. One of the big raindrop falls, and now he is comparing this raindrop with the new coins. What he says, the big drops are 10-cent pieces and the little ones are 5s. That means this raindrop, each of the raindrop will give a good crop for him. Now he is very satisfied with this raindrop. The whole the thing that the rain is coming and the strong, suddenly what happens, the winds, strong wind began to blow, and along with the rain there were very large hailstones began to fall. Now this was really unexpected. Okay, now hailstorm doesn't help a crop. In a opposite thing, it is going to destroy his crops. Now what happens? This man is praying and is praying that I hope it passes quickly. It did not, and but what happened? It did not pass quickly. For an hour the hail rained on the house, the garden, the hillside, the cornfield, on the whole valley, and the field was white as it covered with salt. Not a leaf remained on the tree. The corn was totally destroyed. This was getting really bad. Now the hailstorm did not pass quickly. Okay, not a single leaf remained on the leaf. The corn was totally destroyed. The flower went gone from the plant. Lancho's soul was filled with sadness. When the storm had passed, he stood in the middle of the field and said to his sons, a plague of locusts would left would have left more than this. The hail has nothing left. That night was sorrowful one. All our work was nothing. There's no one who can help us. Well, all go hungry this year. See the feeling. Now what has happened? See, first he compared with the plague of locusts. Now you must be knowing India is also facing the threat of this locust, which is coming from Pakistan to India, and this locust, this group of swarm of locusts destroys the crop within a couple of minutes. So what he says, that if that had attacked, it had would more better than this hailstorm. Why? Because the hailstorm had totally destroyed everything. Nothing was remaining, and he was very sad, and he hoped that the whole year they are going to remain hungry because his crop have been destroyed. Now what he says, what he thinks, see, he had a deep trust in God. Now he lived in a solitary, that means he lived lonely, and there was nobody to help him. The only hope was God. He thinks himself, and see what he says, no one dies of hunger. That's what they say, no one dies of hunger. So this is the hope that the God is going to help, and he thinks. Now Lancho was an ox of man working like an animal in the field, but still he knew how to write. Now he knew how to read and write, so he starts writing a letter. The following day was Sunday, so he started writing a letter. and this letter was to God, the letter to God. Now what he writes, if you don't help me, my family, I will go hungry this year. I need 100 pesos in order to sow my field again and to keep until the crop comes, because the hailstorm. Okay, he writes everything about it. Now he goes, next day he goes to the this post office. Now he has a stamp, he has to stamp the letter, and he stamped the letter and he dropped the letter into the mailbox. Now one of the employee, who was a postman, had also helped at the post office, went to his boss. He was laughing and he showed this letter, Lancho's letter, to the other employees and the postmaster. Now you are going to get the description of the postmaster, how the postmaster looks. The postmaster is a fat and amiable. That is, of amiable means friendly and pleasant. This postmaster also starts laughing. Now, but he suddenly feels serious about it. He now is commenting on the faith of what Lancho had in God. He had a very great faith, right? That's why he wrote the letter to God. Now this, if he doesn't get the reply of the letter, the faith will be shaken. The postmaster now came with an idea. Now he opened the letter, and it was evident that the answer he needed something more than goodwill, ink and a paper. Now they had a resolution. Now what they did, they gave part of the salary, and several friends of his were obliged to give something for an act of charity, because Lancho has demanded 100 pesos. Okay, now it was impossible for him to gather together the 100 pesos, so he was able to send the farmer only a little more than half. He put the money in an envelope addressed to Lancho, and with it in a letter containing only single word as a signature, God. So he collected the money, he put it in the envelope, and he signed as God. Now the following Sunday, Lancho came a bit earlier than usual to ask if there was a letter for him, and as planned, the postmaster gave the letter. Now Lancho showed not a slightest of surprise. He was not surprised. He was confident that God is going to send him money. Okay. Now what he says, see, immediately Lancho went up to the window to ask for a paper and ink. See, after receiving the this money, he begins to write a letter. Now he started writing the letter. See the expression. With much wrinkling of his brow caused by the effort he had to make express his idea. When he finished, he went to the window to buy a stamp, which he licked and then affixed to the envelope with a blow of his fist. The moment the letter fell into the mailbox, the postmaster went to open it. It said, see what the letter said, God, of the money that I asked for, only 17 pesos reached me. Send me the rest, since I need it very much. But don't send it to me through the mail, because the post office employees are a bunch of crooks. Lancho. Now see what would be the reaction of this the postmaster. They all gathered the money so that Lancho would get 100 pesos, and at the end Lancho writes to the letter that he has been getting only 17, and the 30 pesos he believes that the post office employee must have taken, and he thinks that they were all dishonest people. So this is the end of the chapter, which is like hilarious. Okay, why? Because you know how he tried, the post office members tried to help Lancho, but in the return, Lancho feels that they are a bunch of crooks, they are a bunch of dishonest people. Okay, now here we complete our chapter. We are going to start with question answer. First, the oral comprehension. I will check that how you remember or not. Okay, from the beginning only we are doing. What did Lancho hope for? Remember, what was he hoping? What was he? He was hoping for a small shower, right? Rain shower. Now, second, why did Lancho say the raindrop were like new coins? I told you that he was comparing the big 10 pieces and the little ones with the 5. Okay, because this drops will make his crop and it was good for his crop. Now, the third one, how did the rain change? What happened, Lancho's field? What happened to the rain? The rain slowly changed into a hailstorm and his whole crop was destroyed. What were Lancho's feeling when the hail stopped? He was very sad, he was very unhappy, he felt that everything was gone. The night was whole sorrowful. Now, who or what did Lancho have faith in? What did he do? Lancho had faith in God and he knew that God is going to help him. So he wrote a letter to God. Who read the letter? One of the post office employee read the letter. He gave to the post officer and he opened the letter and read it. What did the postmaster do then? What did he do? He collected money, right? 70 peso from the salary. He gave one part of the salary and collected 70 peso, put that into the cover and sent to Lancho, signing as God. Now, was Lancho surprised to find a letter for him with money in it? No, he was not at all surprised because he believed that God is going to send him the money. Now, what made him angry? Because he had demanded 100 pesos and only 70 had been, he got only 17. So he thought that the postman had taken the rest of 30 pesos. This made him angry. Discuss all the question answers. The first question is, who does Lancho have complete faith in? Which sentence is the story tell you this? Okay, we have discussed right now only. First of all, you are going to write a little bit introduction about it. What are you going to write in the introduction? A Letter to God is written by J.L. Fuentes. It is a story that shows how deeply people believe in God. Those who are simple of mind even believe that they can write a letter to God. Now, Lancho is a poor, hard-working farmer and his family were people who had a very great belief or faith in God. Now you are going to begin the answer. The first sentence, the woman who was preparing the supper replied, "Yes, God, willingly." That means she had a belief in this. Now second is, but in the hearts of all who lived in the solitary house in the middle of the valley there was a single hope, help from our God. This was the second one. Now the third sentence. Remember that word, no one dies of hunger. Okay, now the fourth one. All through the night what Lancho did, Lancho thought only of his one hope, the help of God, whose eyes, as he had been instructed, sees everything, even what is deep in one's conscience. It was nothing less than letter to God. Lancho's letter to God. Okay. Now we began with the second question. Why does the postmaster send money to Lancho? Why does he signs the letter God? Again, introduction. After then you will begin with that. Lancho, he was a hard-working farmer and his field was destroyed by a hailstorm. He is worried about the survival of his family. Due to his unshakable faith in God, he decides to and write a letter to God. He posts this letter at the post office. The postmaster and the other staff at the post office laugh heartily over the letter. However, he had a strong faith of the simple farmer moves the postmaster. Now the postmaster decides to send some money to Lancho, but he does not want Lancho to know what it was not. He didn't want to know Lancho that God didn't send the money. It was the postmaster who sent the money. So he signs as God, so that Lancho will believe that God has sent the money. Okay, now we will move to the next one. Did Lancho try to find out who had sent the money to him? Why and why not? Again, little bit of introduction. Then you will begin that he had a very great faith, and his faith was unshakable. He was very hard working farmer, and when he goes after a week to the post office to ask if there is any reply to the letter, and when he is handed over a letter which he just accepts that God has replied, so he doesn't have any doubt that somebody else might have written the letter. He is very confident about it, that this letter is written by the God only. God has only replied the letter. Okay. Now the fourth one. Who does Lancho think has taken the rest of the money? What is the irony in the situation? You are going to explain this irony. Fourth question. See, Lancho, who was a hard-working man. Now, when Lancho opens this letter, and when he sees that is only 70 pesos, he immediately he feels that the post office employee have pinched the money. So he writes another letter to the God, and he demands the rest of the money directly to him. And the irony is that those who had donated the money on the post of master's request to fulfill Lancho's wish and keep his faith were called crooks. Now, if you remember what are crooks, dishonest people. Okay, they were called crooks by Lancho, who should actually have been grateful and thankful to the postmasters who helped him. Now the first question is, are there people like Lancho in the real world? What kind of person would say he is? You may select appropriate words from the box to answer the question. This you are going to do by yourself. If you have found anybody, you can also give me that answer. You can share any story about such kind of thing. Okay, now the last one. There are two kind of conflict in the story, between humans and nature, and between humans and themselves. How are this conflict illustrated? Now, how we are going to explain this? See, this chapter has a very shown deeply that people believe in God, and there is always a conflict between humans and nature. In the conflict, humans find themselves and feel helpless in the face of calamities. See, this is here I would like to share that the situation in which today we are, that is the COVID-19 virus or the coronavirus, which has been spread all over the world, mostly in the all over the part of the world, and we are really helpless, right? This is the situation, and this suggests us that there is some powerful force of nature. All we can do is hope, we can pray, we cannot fight against the powerful forces of nature. Okay, so here we get a very good example, and the letter to the god also begins with this feeling only. Now the second thing, the second conflict is between humans themselves, which is illustrated by showing us how everybody distributes to each other. When the envelope is 30% short, or he is less, Lencho immediately jumps to the can claim the post office employee are a bunch of crows. The thought that they might be the people actually does not even cross the mind. That means we don't believe human beings, right? See, today you will get a lot of examples of this conflict of feeling. Okay, suppose anybody has lost some money, suddenly you will give a reaction. He might have stolen the money. Yes, he is the culprit. Okay, we blame others without thinking a second also. So here you get this type of thing. Now, children, we have completed the first chapter, and I hope you are going to write all these question answers yourself by self. I am going to send the PDF of the first chapter. Think the chapter and try to write something, okay, which will help you in the exam. Thank you.